I've always had a passion for being around and learning about animals. When I was younger, going to zoos and animal parks was always a part of my life. I wanted to share my passion with family and friends, so I started working with people that loved animals as much as I did, and my YouTube channel was born.
Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm here with Trevor at the Columbus Zoo. Hello.
Howdy, how we doing?
Good. What do you have behind us?
We have got the smallest species of 4 grade apes. We've got the bonobo behind us.
So, what can you tell us about these bonobos?
Oh my goodness, so there are so many things that we can tell you about bonobos. First of all, we're one of only 7 zoos in the nation that even has them, so it's a really awesome opportunity to get to learn about them. Again, they're the smallest of the 4 grade apes. They're also the most endangered. They're probably among the critically endangered animals, or at least they will be very soon, because they only come from one region of the world. It's the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And there's not much in the way of conservation for them, with the exception of Lola Ya Bonobo, which is an awesome sanctuary reserved specifically for them.
So what can people do out there to help save these bonobos?
The biggest thing that we really encourage here at the zoo is, of course, certainly being aware of the animals, but also there's this app called the Sustainable Palm Oil Shopping app, where you can figure out if something is orangutan friendly, but that's because it started as a problem where orangutans live. It's also getting to be where bonobos and gorillas and chimpanzees and all of their neighbors live. So the Palm Oil Shopping app is definitely what you would want to check it out.
And what kind of things are on that list?
Oh, there are so many things. They're always updating the list. It's really awesome. It's out of the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. But there are things like different brands where if you're looking for Cheez-Its or Oreos, things like that, things that are all ultimately owned by the same corporation, that'll tell you, this thing's palm oil friendly. Or things that are maybe owned by, say, Post-brand cereals. Maybe avoid those, at least for now. That way we can encourage them to become palm oil friendly. That way all things are palm oil friendly.
So, how big is the Republic of the Congo where these guys live?
Oh my goodness, it's not very large at all, and it's also under a lot of political turmoil. That's why it's so hard to be present for conservation, because they're always making a mess of things over there. So, it's a very small place and really hard to get in there.
And who do we have here behind us?
We've got Mr. Maiko. He's one of our male bonobos.
So, during the keeper talk, I heard there's a very special family structure to this group.
Oh yeah.
Most of the bonobos.
Oh yeah. So bonobos are this really awesome group of primates. It's one of the things that separates them from chimpanzees. The fact that their social structure is this. So in the evenings and the early mornings before they separate for the day, they're all in one great big communal group. But each day they kind of separate into different groups. It's called a fission-fusion society, where friends who are friends, or bonobos who are friends today, they will go off as one group, and then this other group will go over here, and they'll just kind of spend the day together as those itty-bitty groups. Come back that evening as a communal group again, and then that next day, they might be a totally different group again, because they're like, you know what, I had enough of those guys today. Maybe I'll move over here. Now, one thing where that kind of starts to be a little different is where sons and mothers are concerned. Because it's kind of a matriarchal society, there's a top female. She's above everybody else. Her offspring, her sons specifically, will spend most of the rest of their lives with her. They won't spend more than a day or two away from them in those itty-bitty groups that go out throughout the rest of the day. Whereas their daughters will kind of spend most of the time away from each other, and they might even go to a totally different group of bonobos that isn't that communal group. It just kind of depends on the situation.
And how do you simulate that here?
One of the ways we do that, the best way that we do that really, is by when we're doing our big shifts. We have lots of stuff back behind here that you can't even see, lots of room that they can be in. If they're in here one day and then they're like, all right, I want to move to my next place, or I don't want to move, we'll see that, and they'll either go through the chute or they'll refuse to go through the chute to that next holding area where they might be in. There are other times where we're like, all right, you've kind of been together for a while, so we'll encourage them to kind of mix and match a little bit, and it usually works out pretty well.
And you were saying that they're really big family groups out in the wild. like, would that be like most of the problem, like deforestation? Like, it's just getting rid of those giant family groups.
Absolutely. If you impact a communal group and knock out most, if not all of it, absolutely. That's where a lot of the problem with them is over in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And we're very grateful for Lola Yabonobo to really help out with that and to be able to support them.
So what would they eat out in the wild?
Out in the wild, they're going to eat a lot of plant matter, a lot of fruits. Now, when fruits come to mind, you know, we think of strawberries and bananas and oranges and things like that. Where they're from, this is something they have in common with gorillas and chimpanzees. They eat a lot of fruit, but it's a lot starchy over there, not nearly as much sugar. So when we want to give them fruit that they would like the most, or things that they would think taste like fruit, like celery is a good example, or maybe lettuce, or things that you don't think of as fruit over here.
Because we put a lot of sugars into our food, and all that sugar, the amount of food they eat, is not good for them.
Absolutely right. That's absolutely correct.
We've kind of like gotten used to that, but they haven't adapted to frying with sugar, so it's just not great for them.
You nailed it, man. Right? Nailed it right on the head.
So like a turnip is kind of like an apple.
I suppose. Yeah, totally good.
What is one of your favorite things about these bonobos?
One of my favorite things about these bonobos, I do like the fact that they do this vision fusion thing. I also love how interactive they are with their keepers. Really, this is what it is. If you'll notice right here, we've got that fun little blue thing. And when they really like to play with each other, because, you know, from when they're itty bitty all the way up to they're really old, they're still very playful animals. That thing spins, and they will go around and spin on it like crazy. It's a lot of fun to watch them play.
You were saying that before the video, like it's one of the funniest things ever.
It really is hilarious. Alema loved one of our younger female bonobos. She'll put her hands on it and put her feet on it and kind of like spin around and lay down like this, and it's going around like crazy. It's really a hoot.
I wish they would do that when I'm here.
Oh, of course.
I doubt it, because animals don't work with us.
That is right. We do what they tell us to do, basically. That's how it works.
So how big do these animals get?
Not very large. We've got one really big mammal in here. He's about 130 pounds, I think. But bonobos tend to be more along the 80 to 100 pound line.
And how old do they usually get?
That's not something we really have a great answer to yet. Because they're so not well known, we don't have a great answer. We know a couple that might be in their 40s. I think there are a couple who are actually in their 60s that live in Europe. But there's not really good answers.
I bet you don't really know.
We don't really know.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about these bonobos.
Oh, happy to chat.
They're really cool animals.
They really are. I love them.
And if you guys enjoyed this week's episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram @CoolShirk. And as always, I'll see you next week.